go, y'all. Let's go, let's go, let's go, y'all.
Yo, what's up? Name is Jetly1, and the game in the background is some Portal 1 gameplay because it kind of ties into what I would like to try to say today. And I say try because this is like the 15th recording and final one. I'm going to be posting this no matter what, but in my opinion, multiplayer games, or like just multiplayer in gaming in general, is really overrated. Now, I do play multiplayer half of the time, like that's half of what I play pretty much. And it's really good and it adds a lot to a game. But when I start seeing stuff like, is it even necessary to add a campaign to games? Like, I think I saw that talking about either Black Ops 2 or Halo 4. And like that didn't make me very happy, because let's take a second here and step back and look at stuff, okay? Games are about you having an experience. It's about an experience for the player, okay? Note that it says an experience about the player. It doesn't say anything about other people, so there could be one person there, there could be 100 people there. As long as the player, the people experience it, get an experience, it counts as a game, and it counts as a good game because it did its job right. You got a good experience out of it. But again, it doesn't say anything about there needing to be other people, and it most definitely does not say anything about there needing to be other people directly involved with a game. It's just as you can have just as much fun with, say, something like Portal and have another person over your shoulder watching it as you could if Portal 1 had been co-op. But when you start seeing stuff like, I wouldn't buy a game without multiplayer, or the future of gaming is multiplayer only, that just strikes me as stupid. Because games don't require other people to be there. Let's take a few examples here to prove that. Portal 1, no other people, still a good game. Half-Life 1, no other people, still a good game. Mario Brothers, it technically had, like, I think it technically had multiplayer, but switching people between levels sometimes doesn't really count as multiplayer in my eyes, because you could then argue that every game in the world is multiplayer because you can just hand over the controller to somebody next to you after every few levels, and then ta-da, it's multiplayer, so that doesn't count. But then Legend of Zelda, great game, no multiplayer. None of them have multiplayer, well, besides Four Swords, but yeah, none of them besides Four Swords have multiplayer. Still great games. BioShock, still a great game. Dead Space 1, still a great game. No multiplayer. Skyrim, no multiplayer, still a great game. Do I need to keep going? No, I don't, and I won't. Because I pretty much just gave you a solid reasoning behind that you don't need multiplayer to make a great game. And yet you still see people going on about that, oh, you have to have multiplayer, and multiplayer is the future. But it's not. It's a nice addition, yes, but games are the future of games. Doesn't matter if they have multiplayer or not. I mean, look at the amount of people who sat there arguing to get Xenoblade Chronicles ported to the US. That's a lot of people. Do you know how many of them sat there and cried out because it had no multiplayer? None of them. So yes, I don't know if I got my point across well enough, but multiplayer isn't all that necessary. It's nice, but not mandatory. So this is Jetly1. I'll see you next time.